All Elden Ring classes follow similar concepts to that of the Dark Souls series. Choosing a class determines the player's starting stats and equipment, which can then be improved and upgraded later on as you progress throughout the game. This video is going to discuss the importance of each stat that is introduced in Elden Ring, each class and their primary purpose, and which one is the right class for you based on your playing style or how you would like to experience the game. Elden Ring introduces a total of 8 base stats or attributes that you can use your runs to level up your character with: Vigor, Mind, Endurance, Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, Faith, and Arcane. Vigor is essentially how much health you have. This attribute also contributes to fire resistance and immunity, or poison/rot. Keep in mind that this stat is soft capped at 40, so you will see less of an increase in health each level you go higher past this point. Mind governs how much FP or focus points you have. This is characterized by the blue bar under your health. Your FP is an energy resource that fuels your spells and skills. The Mind attribute also contributes to your focus defensive stat, resulting in resistance to sleep and madness effects. Endurance is how much stamina your character will retain while attacking, sprinting, falling, blocking, basically any action other than walking. This is characterized by the green bar under your FP. Endurance is also responsible for your robustness defensive stat. Robustness affects resistance to bleed and frost. Like Vigor, Endurance is also soft capped at 40. Strength is the attribute required to wield heavy armaments. It also boosts attack power of strength scaling armaments and affects your base physical defense. Dexterity is the attribute required to wield advanced armaments. It also boosts attack power of dexterity scaling armaments, reducing casting time of spells, softens fall damage, and makes it harder to be knocked off your horse. Intelligence is the attribute required to perform sorceries. This stat boosts magic power of intelligence scaling sorceries and also improves your magic resistance. Faith is the attribute required to perform incantations. It also boosts magic power of faith scaling incantations and improves damage of holy scaled attacks. Arcane is the stat that governs item discovery, or how quickly it is for a certain item to drop in a specific drop rate. Arcane also affects your holy defense stat, Vitality, which is resistance to death, and is required for certain sorceries and incantations. Now that you are aware of the 8 base stats and their functions, you are able to get a better idea of what you would like your playstyle to be and which class that falls into. Elden Ring offers 10 unique classes to choose from, and that choice may be a little daunting at first. These classes consist of Hero, Bandit, Astrologer, Warrior, Prisoner, Confessor, Wretch, Vagabond, Prophet, and Samurai. Beginning with Hero, this starting class has high strength and vigor with some arcane. It starts the game with level 7 with a battle axe and a leather shield. This is a great class to pick if you are wanting to focus on pure strength weapons such as great swords, colossal weapons, great hammers, great axes, and other weapons such as this. This is also a good pick if you want to stay clear of incantations or spells and focus on melee fighting. The Bandit class has high arcane and dexterity, and it also starts the game at level 5 with a dagger, parrying shield, bow, and arrows. This is an excellent build for those seeking a stealthier approach using poison or bleed weapons for their disposal. One could even consider using this class if they wanted to focus on ranged weapons like bows. With a high dexterity and item discovery rating, this build parallels assassin or thief builds in the Dark Souls series. The Astrologer has high intelligence and mind, and some dexterity. It starts the game at level 6 with a staff, a sword, and a small shield. Given that there is some dexterity with the high sorcery stats, there is an option for a sorcery melee build, or this class could be strictly a mage. This versatility allows for some wiggle room early on, but a better option for a sorcery melee build will be discussed later. The Astrologer starts with 2 great early game spells, Glintstone Pebble for ranged single target removal, and Glintstone Arc for crowd control. These 2 spells are efficient FP wise, and are better than some of the more advanced spells in the game. The Warrior has high dex and medium physical stats. It starts the game at level 8 with 2 swords and a light shield. This is the only class in the game that starts with dual weapons. This is your classic dexterity focused melee build. The Prisoner has high intelligence and dexterity, and medium physical stats. It starts the game at level 9 with an S-stock, a staff, and a shield. When I mentioned earlier that there is a better melee hybrid option for sorcerers, it was this guy. This class is not recommended for new players due to the more advanced playstyle, but it does start with the magic Glint Blade sorcery. This class is one of the 2 designed hybrid build classes. The Confessor class has high faith and medium physical stats. It starts the game level 10 with a broadsword, a kite shield, and a finger seal. This class is designed to be a mix of combat and stealth. This one sets players up with a 100% physical damage reduction shield, as well as good faith for incantations. This is the second of the 2 designed hybrid build classes. A good choice if you are leaning towards a dex faith setup or a strength faith setup. The Wretch is the deprived of the game. It starts at level 1 with 10 on all stats and just a club for weapons. It is the weakest starting class in Elden Ring and should be selected by those who want an added challenge in the earlier parts of the game. This has been a common occurrence in Dark Souls games, giving players an option for a challenging run and ways to make the game even harder than intended. From a personal viewpoint, I would say that this class will give you the best possible experience on your first playthrough. While all other builds are basically set for the next few hours of gameplay, the Wretch actively requires you to be at the top of your game 100% of the time. Sure, you are going to have a terrible time in the beginning, but you are going to regardless. That is the nature of a game like this. As a Wretch, you won't miss out on the majority of weapons since you don't already have something better from your starting class. If you find something better, you are going to pick it up, be excited, and use it instantly. Same thing with all of the armor. The Vagabond has high vigor, strength, and dexterity. It starts at level 9 with a sword, shield, and halberd comparable to the Knight class in previous Dark Souls titles. This class is great for new players and veterans both that do not plan to use spells. This class offers the ability to tank, or take a lot of damage, with good stats and a 100% physical damage reduction shield, allowing players a sizable advantage over some other classes. This build is a well-rounded, versatile class, allowing you to experiment with different playstyles of your choice. The Prophet has high faith in mind and some arcane strength. It starts at level 7 with a spear, a finger seal, and a small shield. This class is best suited for players that want to focus on incantations or those focused on high faith with pyromancies. While harder to get used to at early game, the reward is found closer to mid-game with higher FP. And last on the list is the Samurai. The Samurai has high dexterity, medium strength, endurance, mind, and vigor. It starts the game at level 9 with a katana, bow, arrows, flaming arrows, and a shield. This class is recommended for new players as it offers a versatile range of weapons, along with a quality build that is easy to get behind. You also start out with a bleed weapon, and a ranged weapon, crazy armor, and powerful ability known as Unsheath. Think of this class as an easy mode to Elden Ring. And that covers the character classes that Elden Ring has to offer. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with future Elden Ring content and updates, and I'll see you next time.